Welcome to this channel. The channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So, the purpose of this channel is to present the truth of Chinese culture of Wing Chun 1850. Now, my duty on Wing Chun 1850 is like the Horatio, his duty towards Hamlet. So, Horatio's duty is to tell the truth of Hamlet. I, my duty is to tell the truth of the 1850s Wing Chun ancestor who fought the Qing, the corrupted Qing government, and sacrificed, and present to the world what is Wing Chun 1850 or the authentic Wing Chun. That is my duty. It is not about I want to be the grandmaster, I am the best fighter, I want to open this school, I want to make this money. It's not that. It's about for the Wing Chuners to know their root. When I landed in Fort Sun 2017, December, Fort Sun Museum researcher have no idea on what happened in 1850, the uprising about Wing Chun and the Wing Chun ancestor. You know the history had been wiped out in China. That is how serious is it. So it is the heaven's will and it is the Wing Chun ancestors' will to give me all this information, trust me, in America, to present it to all you Wing Chuners. The idea is, the purpose is, so that you know what it is and you be able to develop yourself to a higher level. So this channel is free. I have about 2,000 YouTube store here. So someday when I leave this world, you all can check with this YouTube channel that what is happening. Now, today I like to share with you the inner, the inner operations of the Wing Chun 1850s inheritance. Okay, how is this 1850s Xiu Lim Tao is learned or need to be learned? What is this? What's the content with it? How is it actually a part of the world and actually alive today, even in today's MMA world? How is it? So that is very important because only if you know this, you know the authentic Wing Chun, or else you trap somewhere else. So I'm going to go for deep technically so that you see what the public never see for past 160 years. So here on, everybody know what is going on. Now, before I start with this serious topic today, I want to share with you guys. First, I am not a grandmaster. I am just plain lucky, born into abundance of resources to get here. In the Chinese traditional sense, it simply means the ancestor of Wing Chun who sacrificed in the uprising of 1850, the anti-Qing Hongmun of the King Wah Uyghur Red Boat Association trusted me, show me all those things. And so it is my duty my responsibility to share with the world. So I'm just plain lucky, born into abundance of resources to get here, where most is not as lucky. Thus, I have the duty to share with all what is the truth. I'm lucky that I'm in America. This is a democratic country. Be able to show the truth. Nobody be able to wipe out the truth. Like as I say that when I was in Fort Sun, 2017, the researcher, the museum, the Kung Fu expert do not know the existence of the 1850s Wing Chun Chiu Lim Tao and the blood and tears of those ancestors who belongs to the Hong Mun, who is anti-Jing. In America, Hong Mun is the Chinese Freemason. So when the battle is lost, the uprising is lost, many people fled outside Canton to overseas, to Malaysia, Southeast Asia, to America. So I'm just plain lucky I got into this. I got the abundance of resources. And after, since 1976 until today, I have figured out, I have experienced, I have developed the skill. So I can tell you what exactly happened. Now, for Wing Chun today, in order for it to grow, proper education is important. The ancient or the 1850s Chinese educations or pre-1850 Chinese education is not what you know about the Chinese educations today or what in the Wing Chun movie today is completely different. Today is a westernized thinking. Today is Hong Kong movie ideas. It's not real. Okay? With that type of stuff, you will never get into the root. You're living in fantasy. Now, in Wing Chun today, there are a lot of opportunities troublemaker. For example, just last year, I wrote this article on Wing Chun Queen Yit Man. If you want to blame Yit Man, you want to frame Yit Man, you want to put down Yit Man, you always have words to do that. You see these people? Mr. Wang Yong is saying that did Yip Man learn from Yin Kei San unveiling the truth? We call that this research. This is all opportunities. They are just troublemaker. And all this fake grandmaster is destroying Wing Chun and Chinese culture for their personal gain, of course. Spreading rumors about Grandmaster Yip Man. For what? Of course, it's for their personal gain. And as we know, there is no evidence. It's just nonsense. Okay. Now, you can see that the in Hong Kong, the descendants of Yip Man, Grandmaster Yip Man, and other grandmaster in the other sifus in Hong Kong make a YouTube to debunk all this nonsense of who is Yip Man teacher and this and truth nonsense. Okay. So These people is only interested in starting a cold selling useless snake oil where they don't know. And their follower, their follower living in fantasy. This is what it is. Okay. Now, the issue with all these people is where is the beef? Like this thing. Okay. This thing. Even though they say, did Yip Man learn from Yin Kei San unrevealing the truth, so forth? Get somebody to interview and say those things. There is no beef there. It's just he says, she says. There's no evidence. But just pointing finger and get enough people like those communist Chinese practice in the Cultural Revolution. You can get your mother, your father out there and get multi people blame at them, finger point at them. And then after a while, because the public, uh, everybody get excited, become the puppet of these people, and they go kill their parents, they destroy their culture. Wing Chun 1850 was completely wiped out in Cultural Revolution. That's why the expert in Patsan, when I landed there 2017, have no idea what is going on. And that also tell how much the Chinese know Wing Chun. Now, there's a scam, okay, was released to Fasan Museum. So people is using the scam where people submit a nonsense to Fasan Museum, okay, to distort the authentic Wing Chun, meaning that there's a person who submitted this nonsense, okay, to Fasan Museum, this charts, particularly these charts, okay, by Wing Yong, Snake Crane Wing Chun, Hong Kong, okay, submit this to the Fasan Museum. And then what happened is that scam is distorting the authentic Wing Chun. Why? Because there's no evidence, but he says, she says. I'm going to share with you today in technical details on all this nonsense is from this who have no idea what's going on. Now the same person, the same person who submitted this is distorting the Snake Crane Wing Chun family tree, changing the history of Snake Crane Wing Chun. So even they say that Snake Crane Wing Chun, well, he is distorting the Snake Crane Wing Chun family trees and changing history. He have nothing to do with the anti-Qing or the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao sets, and he make false claim, which is here, such as Xiu Lim Tao 1850 is the renamed it as Snake Crane Feast and so forth, so forth. Well, he is not the anti-Qing. He's nothing, nobody. Just a scam artist. So I expose him, I debunk him with my YouTubes. With my YouTubes, many of them, like this one, debunking Wing Chun 1850 is Snake Crane Feast, scam. And of course, scammer always will come back with more lies and personal attack. So this is what I got today. Now everybody can go to the USA Wing Chun, the forum to check into that. From the table, this is Wing Yong. From the table, it is clear that the re-engineering of snake crayfish into the tree form occur in Fasan, while Yit Kam and Li Man Mao were based in after this. And then he said that in the second column, the table in here, he mean this one. The first column, the second column, okay, and then say the student of Red Boat is not exclusive owner by Yit Kam, other practitioner including Sam Kam, Lao Man Gong, Wang Wa Bo, and Liang Yi Tai also learn it in the second column table and so forth. Okay, so this is what, again, he claimed, he guessed, no evidence. And then he started to personal attack me. In last 2 decades, an individual have claimed to be the exclusive successor of Yit Kam Wing Chun, except he's the sole holder. Of course, put words into my mouth and try to think and say, is Yit Kam Xiu Lin Tao Wing Chun Queen, all this thing? And then he brought up this guy, okay, who he called the Grandmaster Ku Choy Wah, also from Cho family, okay, and show his okay, is Yitcam Syrian Tao, has the validity of Yitcam Syrian been established, Grandmaster Gu Choy Wah, and then all this is show his the Gu Choy Wah's Syrian Tao and so forth. And then he said, from the analysis, the truth remains unchanged regardless of this individual claim to discredit me using my CV video. The fact is claimed, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I want to clarify income position and all this thing. And then another thing. Say, well, last year, Grandmaster Gu Chai Wah visited my school, discussed this, and then start to talk about in 1854, Yikam left for San, and then all this thing, and then say, following the burning of King Fa, emerged to honor it. Okay, say, yeah, here. Following the burning of King Fa, Guide Hall Wing Chun emerged to honor it, Xiu Lim Tao. In Fasan, renamed it Snake Crane Feast and Wing Chun Queen to combat traitor. Well, and then he said that meanwhile, for assassin purpose, they secret re-engineering the Snake Crane Feast into the tree form. So, and then Ku mentioned an individual in San Jose again, tried to attack me or attacking me personally actually, who falsely came to be exclusive successor of Yikam, asserted his hold the so concrete and form, which the Cho family does not possess. This claim is both strange and ridiculous. And to Ku, this person is a student, not disciple of this person. So, all this attack. Well, due to this, I want to reveal today. So none can be bullshit here on. You have the kung fu, you have it. You don't have it, stay aside. Okay. It doesn't matter what you call yourself, what from which lineage, who is your student, whatever, who is your sifu, nonsense. Okay. I want to show the world what is the truth technically. So we Wing Chuners can stand tall, solid, and march forward. None get trapped by this. The successful of Yik Kam Wing Chun, Xiu Lim Tao, nonsense bullshit. Okay? People who talk like that don't even know what is going on. Now, so and then he said that, oh, why a few of these people this person visited Fatsan did not take a half an hour journey to Punyi to meet the Cho family elderly. No one knows him there. So this is by Wen Yong. Seriously, Who cares? You might call me arrogance in the Chinese culture. Who have the kung fu, who talk, who don't, who shut up. Okay. So for this Wing Yong guy who talk about this snake crane and the snake crane Wing Chun, and then about what making a snake crane feast. Okay. Okay, make the phrase crane feast, establish the snake crane moon, and all the secret note everything. He is actually create his own snake crane moon. This is his Sifu, or I don't know whether it's still his Sifu or not. This is Grandmaster Law, the authentic successor of the snake crane Wing Chun. So he is the one who taught Wing Yong. Now, Wing Yong making this up. Snake Crane Wing Chun Moon Associations. This is Wing Yong here. You know what? He changed the history. The Grandmaster Lao Tiu Wen is the second generation, not the third. Wing Yong somehow adding more to it. So call the snake crane ancestor Lao Tiu Wen as third generations instead of second. So because he want to add in the King Fa Wei Kun, the anti-Qing, all this nonsense Wing Yong thing, or the snake crane feast, he put Lao Ting Wen, the Grandmaster Lao Ting Wen, as the second generations. So the Lao Chiu Wing is the fifth generations. Well, this is Grandmaster Lao Chiu Wing. Lao Chiu Wing. Here, Wing Yun say he's the fifth generations. No. Grandmaster Lao Chiu Wing clarify here in this YouTube publicly. In fact, the title is saying here, Sifu or Master Lao Chiu Wing, the fourth generations, not the fifth, not the fifth as Wing Yun claim. Within this YouTube, everybody can watch it, should watch it. Grandmaster Lao Chiu Wing publicly clarify out that he is the fourth generations, his grandfather is the second generations, and the history they know is his father, the second generations, his grandfather is the second generations, and all according to the Law Tuwing. Not this. Not this. It is clear that the re-engineering of snake crane fish into the tree form set occur, and then all this thing, and then they also introduce of Chisao concept, close contact fighting, additional to establish of the snake crane Wing Chun Moon, aimed at assassins training, was guided by the secret note. Grandmaster Lao Chiu Wing clear this up. Those are not what the teaching of the snake crane Wing Chun school. So you see, Wing Yun is a person there to even change his. This is if it is his sifu. I don't know whether it is still or not no longer. He dared to change the entire snake crane Wing Chun family trees and history and to create and pushing this thing. I encourage everybody go to USA Wing Chun to read this and go read all his posts on this, what he shared with the the Fasan Museum. So this is what type of person he is. We Chinese descendant don't do that. We are not going to change our teachers, and so forth, so forth. Okay. So that is the personality of uh, of Wing Yun. It is a black and white by evidence. See, to other people, I don't trust. We shouldn't trust. Legal wise, this is Grandmaster Law Chiu Wing. He is the successor. His words is the truth, not somebody like here who is under him talking, making up stuff by law, legal. And he is not, Wing Yun is not the spokesman of Law Chiu Wing, and nobody is. Here, Grandmaster Law Chiu Wing can speak for himself in front of the camera, share to the entire world. Okay? This has to be get clear who it is. And here, Wing Yun bring in this person, Ku Choy Wah. Well, long, big story. Please watch my YouTube. Debunking Wing Chun 1850 Siêu Liềm Thảo is snake crane feast, scam with multiple evidence. Watch the YouTube. I share that how Wing Yun pair up with Ku Choy Wah create all kinds of problem in Hong Kong, in Hong Kong Kung Fu community, making fake claims and all kinds of stuff. Okay. And if you want to know about these two guys, Wing Yun and Ku Choy Wah scam and false and fake, please watch my YouTube Debunking Wing Chun 1850 Siêu Liềm Thảo Snake Crane Feast Scam with Multiple Evidence and this. The truth of Mei's Zhuang teaching within the 1850 Siêu Liềm Thảo and Cho family. This two will tell you about Wing Yun and Ku Choy Wah. Also, this one, Wing Chun 1850, Truth Exposed based on Chinese historical evidence and scientific verifications. Also, this one, Wing Chuners and general martial art public don't get misled. Now, with this guy, same thing. They partner up, try to, or attempt of distorting, destroying Wing Chun and Chinese culture for personal gain. Because they're using the information to teach, to collect money. And they put it in the public with, of course, personal attack on me. So just now, I clarify with you on the who is Wing Yun using this evidence from his sifu direct, which I don't know whether it still is his sifu or not. Usually a student, when they go outside there talking nonsense, changing the history of that style, of that lineage, you know what I mean in Chinese culture. And for the Ku Choy Wah, please watch this here and here, you know, and you can see it. So right now we get into the technical as I promised you. Well, sorry, I go through so many things, talking like whining, but it need to be direct you guys so that you know that what we saw, what we said, we present need to have an evidence, okay? Technical evidence for history. Well, all this is just his story, between this guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and all this thing, he says, he says. Right now, let's get to the beef, the bottom line. The bottom line is, if you are really inheritant of the 1850s Wing Chun's Xiu Tao, what will you go through? Is that true that you got the 1850 Xiu Tao, you got the sets, like over here, you talk about the sets. Is it come Xiu Tao, Wing Chun Queen uh, has the validity of Yikang being established, Grandmaster Ku, and you see the Ku making YouTube and all kind of thing playing Xiu Tao. Is that because you own that set or that creed that you are the grandmaster, or you belong to the Cho family, you are the grandmaster, you know it all, you everything? In contrary, no, no. That's why I opened up this for you all, Wing Chuners. Here on, you know what it is. So here, how is it to be authentic successful of the Wing Chun 1850 Jiu Lim Tao? First, you need to learn the sets from your teacher, who all have to be a successor. The second is you have to memorize and study the instruction concrete. Like I usually say, the first thing in Wing Chun is, as we all know in Cantonese, say that Nin Tao Ba Jing, Zhong San Ba Jing. If you are not mindful, your entire life is improper. After you learning the set and memorize and study the instructions of the concrete, which is instruct you how to train with the sets. It's just like a user manual. So the set is like your iPhone, and the concrete, the instruction is like the operating manual. After you study that with mindfulness, if you don't mindful, you just saying that, oh, this Sifu told me he have this secret set. Give me 5,000 US red package. I'll teach you this secret set. Then you'll be successful. You know the secret, ancient secret of Yik Gam teaching or 1850 Wing Chun. That's called bullshit. It never exists that way. You need to mindfulness come to a realizations after you study the set, practice the set so many times, thousands of hours, following the instructions. Like you're using this iPhone for thousands of hours until you really clear what it is and you're mindful every details of it. And then you will reach a realizations. For me, after I go through it, about 15 years, after 1976, I realized the six core element within the sets and within the teaching of the Queen, namely the body, the mind, the breathing, the chi flow, the force flow, and the momentum. So one day, voila, I realized it. After all the painful, you keeping daydream about it, sleep dream about it, you think about it, you be mindful for everything. I got the sixth core element. I realize it. And once you got the realizations, you were using the realization to investigations of every move in the sets and the instructions. You further realize, and then you attain to a states, physiological states, and then you develop the skill. Only at that time you be able to develop the skill or the kung fu. That's what it is. Okay. You cannot say, well, I learned this from this Sifu. My Sifu is higher ranking than your Sifu. You are like this Ku Choy Wah say, oh, he learned from my Gong, so on. And then he said, hey, Hendrik, you are not the student of your Sifu. You are the student of your Heng Yongjiang. Not that. You must go really sleep, practically sleep with the sets and and the concrete for thousands of hours with mindfulness. And mindfulness is defined as awareness, a sustainable awareness. You can penetrate inside there. That's why you can investigate every move, every teaching. Well, going through this process is not research. Research is bullshit. You don't even know what it is if you don't go through this. You don't know what the every move is about. You don't realize what it is. You don't attain this physiological stage. You cannot develop the kung fu. These days, everybody say, "Oh yeah, no, I just go to research. I go to China, do research. Research nonsense. How can you go through this?" Those are hard work. So you want to make sure you really experience inside out with all the means. If you don't really experience inside out with all the means, practically meaning that you can perform this, you can execute it even in your dream. Okay. That's what it is. When I was in this state, I remember one night I was dreaming about something. I hammer my dorm's wall while I'm sleeping. And the next morning I see a hole in the wall. That's how serious it get to. Your mind is completely within it, even when you're dreaming. And I go through the Buddhism, Hermes, Zhuang, Qi Guang, White Crane, Shaolin. For what? For decoding and further clarifications of the sets, design, and the creed. There are many things when it comes to pass down to my Sifu Cho Hong Chua, he already uh, don't know. Because after 100 years from uh, 1850 to him, 1970 something, 50 something, after hundreds of years, being lost. Well, again, I'm lucky that my Sifu Cho Hong Choi, I be able to track all this thing in. To study Chinese, the real classical Chinese is very simple. You just take the writing of the creed, you take the movement or the momentum, you go check into the mother, the prior arts, which is define this thing. So that's why I go through this, but that's not research. That is just to verify clarifications, decoding, and to confirming what I'm doing is proper. You don't just go do whatever you want with iPhone. You don't do Google comment in iPhone because they're different operating systems. You need to confirm that that thing is really what you do is really Apple iOS. That's why I go through Buddhism, Ermei, Zhuang, Qi Guang, White Crane, Shaolin, Short Strike for decode and clarifications. That's why I be able to realize the six core element and many, many things. That's not research. That is just follow my Sifu's teaching to me and zoom in more into the details and clarify, verify, decode with the ancient Chinese culture. I myself didn't put a single words inside that thing. My sifu taught me is that's what my sifu taught me. I just look into the roots and see what is this thing. Okay? After you go this far, the set and quit is just a boat for crossing the river. When they design the sets and write down the quit, the instructions, those are just serve as a boat which crossing river. What they want you to have is the kung fu of Wing Chun. What is Wing Chun? What is the Wing Chun kung fu? The set itself is not the kung fu. The quit itself, the writing, the instruction itself is not the kung fu. It's just like a judo. You go practice judo. You have how many throw? Start from your ogusi and all throw. How many this groundwork and so forth. How many theory? But are they judo? Or after you practice all everything, you drill all everything, when you get the black belt, you know judo. So all those, the form and so forth, is just a boat to cross the river. Every martial art is the same. Okay? So it is just a boat for crossing the river or see the truth of the art, develop the skill in one's body and mind. Again, as in judo, you study the throw, the submissive, the submissions, and so forth, one by one. You do sparring and so forth, so forth, and then you got somebody even explain it with physics and so forth. After you go through this, and one day, voila, you know what it is, and this is beyond that motions, that form, all this thing. That's what it is. So it's not that, oh, I learned a form from this guy, and then this guy's teacher is the real guy, and then he had the quid saying. Those are bullshit nonsense. Those are nothing. Okay, that's why this you have to go through this. So after you really get here, there are no need for sets and quit after crossing. You got a judo black belt, you compete in Olympic. After that, do you need to go back to go? Yeah, that is the Ogushi, Ippon Sonage, all this by there, every day repeating that thing. Or you are a judoka, okay? So the art for the judo example is within you, okay? So it's like after you learn the Newton's law, what could present it, use it as needed. There's no fixed way to present it. After you really master the judo, you can do whatever you like. And that's judo. Why? Because it never get out of judo. It just presented in a different way. There's no fixed way. And now you have a life, a living, a lively judo there. For example, same with the Wing Chun 1850. So no more needs for sets and quit after crossing. The art is alive in one. Like after learn Newton's law, one could present it, how to use it, no fixed way of presentations. At that, at that level, at that stage, then you merge into the reality with uniqueness of Xiu Lim Tao style or Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao style. It's just like a judoka. When the judoka get to that point, they can go fight in MMA, merge into the reality. How they fought versus different people, even though they might even go learn Western boxing, but you can see they are using judo. Their expertise is judo. So here is further grow one skill, grow the Siu Lim Tao art by the individual uniqueness of style or way. Sky is the limit. Everybody is different. For example, I'm taller, you are shorter, or I'm shorter, you are taller, you are more uh, uh, have more muscle, I have less muscle, more skinnier. Different people, you're more agile, I'm not as the agile. Different people have their different style. They all go through it. It's just like the people who learn judo. Everybody have the different strength, right? So at that point, Sifu is Sifu. Yikam is Yikam, I and me. Okay. So no matter what I do is 1850s Wing Chun is 1850 Wing Chun. I don't have to do it the same as my Sifu Cho Hong Choi. I don't have to do it as what we come do. I don't have to do it as what other people do. It's like a judoka. Do you have to tell the judoka, say, hey, you have to do it this way and Ginchi Funa Koshi way or this way or that way? You don't. Okay. No. So that is what it is. You have to be there to say that I am inherit the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao from the Wing Chun 1850 King Hua Wei Kun. If you are not there, forget about it. You don't even know what it is. You're just a guy who buy an iPhone and have the instruction book. You don't even know how to operate this thing. You're just guy who just read book about judo. You never really train in judo. You never develop the skill. So when people say things like this, from the table, it's clear that the re-engineering of snake crane fish into the three form sets occur in Foshan. What Ye Kam and Li Man Mao based on this, and then this is just lip service. Okay. And then he said that in contrast, Sam Kam and Lo Man Gong play key roles in re-engineering the tree form, break into the individual model, and then fine-tuning techniques for close combat. What the heck you talking about when you don't even have go through this thing? You don't have ever go through this thing. Okay. So like this Ku Choy Wah guy, he doesn't even know about this completely. He never go through this. So how can he know what is the Cho family transmissions of the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao set, the Wing Chun 1850? Okay, so that's the reality. It's no different than judo or kyokushin. You need to learn all the form. You want to fight, spar, you need to learn roundhouse kick and everything. Those individual things you can show people. Hey, I do the Tensho kata, I do the Sanjin kata, I do the Pinan kata, I can do roundhouse kick. What is that? Kyokushin? No. Show me in your sparring. Do you have the Kyokushin uniqueness your way? In Kyokushin, different people have different uniqueness. Some is good in the roundhouse kick. Some is low roundhouse kick. Some is good at the X kick or the wheel kick. Different people have different, but they are Kyokushin. You know they are Kyokushin. That's how it is. So there's no different if you really learn the Wing Chun 1850 or Judo or Kyokushin or Thai boxing. Same. It is about a life. It's not to, oh, I have this set. This is the secret magic set. That's called bullshit. Okay? You never know what he's talking about. Now, I mentioned to you here, my realizations is a six core element. Nobody in this world I put things that way because that's my realizations. After put my mindfulness for decades into the Wing Chun 1850 Shilin Tao sets, taught by my Sifu, passed down from Yit Kam. Now, who say it has to be six core element? Could it be seven, not six? If I do it today, I can say seven. Why? Because the six core element have what? Body, mind, breathing, chi flow, force flow, and momentum. Six. Today, I will call it seven core element. What? Body, mind, breathing. I break the intra-abdominal pressure from the breathing out as the fourth element. And then the fifth element is chi flow. The sixth element is force flow. The seventh element is the momentum. I can call it seven. So it's not like this. Like this person. Okay. By the way, the snake crane Wing Chun Shilim Tao said had nothing about this. This way is saying that the element, the six core element are also part of the snake crane secret. You know, it's just copycat nonsense bullshit. If you really have the kung fu, you say, Hendrik, I call it seven. And I'm happy if somebody can tell me, Hendrik, you do it six, I do it seven. If today I met Yit Kam from the Red Boat, I say that I do six core element. Yit Kam will be happy. Why? Of course, you want your student, your grand student, your descendant to be smart and be able to grow and be able to present more details, not idiot. You don't want code to have a code that is dead there, yes man, kiss ass, yes man. My Sifu Cho Hong Choi doesn't want that too. If I met him today, he will be happy. He has his way of presentations to teach me. I have my way of presentations. It's all of the realizations, the attainment, the kung fu. Okay? So this type of nonsense is just know that you just tell me, you just tell anybody who really know it, like it is just what? It's just copycat. Do you have the depth of kung fu to master the six core element? Have you go beyond master the six core element? I already shared with the world the six core element. So if you cannot say there's seven, that means that you never go beyond the six core element. So today I can tell you that I can change the entire thing to seven core element. I'm up there, I know, but you cannot. Then you say, well, Hendrik, you are F arrogant. This is not F arrogant. This is being professional. You better know which level, what you're talking about when you get to professional level. Wing Chun is a fighting art, and for help, Wing Chun is not your movie making choreography. Okay? Like the engineer who built the building, designed the building, that's about life and death. If your building collapse, you collapse. You don't copy somebody's design and thinking that you are the grandmaster. So only you get to this stage. You inherit only at this stage, you are the successor. You can have many successors, and all successors have to reach this level. Or else what? Or else you couldn't even face a judo black belt or kyokushin black belt because you don't know nothing. You just a copycat mimic posture. You don't know anything about the uniqueness of Wing Chun. That's why everybody keeping talk, 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 talk. Close body fighting. I mean, come on. What I share here in this YouTube. People fought 10 million miles away, claim that they are close body fighting, right? So this is what the level you have to go through. And only at this stage, one is a successor, not a parrot, a copycat, a thief. There are many people in this world steal my stuff. For example, this is stealing my stuff. This is stealing my stuff. This Wing Chun guy is also stealing my stuff. All the words, no content. Ku Choy Wah the same. So you say, well, Hendrik, prove it. How do we know you know? Well, let's get into the real thing. See, the Quinquit or the writing of 1850 Xiu Lim Tao is a secret kept in the Chou family because this is passed down by Yit Gam, the anti-Qing male play female actor in the uprising and so forth. Every generations, not more than you can count with your finger who actually inherited that, and not more that from count from one hand, the fingers one hand that be able to success it. Serious. And again, this depend on a lot of things. Depend on your living situations and do you have time and so forth, so forth. And what is your will and so forth, so forth. So let's just look at this thing. This is the first, the quid, the first eight of the quid, the first eight of the quid. Y1, focus the intention union with the awareness while standing in the equal shoulder stance. Y5, union in the Dantian do meridian sing. Y6, the arm wide out, the horizontal zing. Y7, pay attention to the finger crawl and the side under the slips. Y7, spiral twisting naturally, follow the breathing and the directions of the chi. Just take this as a sample. After this, you will know. Let's get into the details. So, with this quid, we know that this is the Shaolin short strike. This is how the short strike or sticking body short strike fight, Tipsan to Ita, is this close. And you also know that it's written there that this is the Quinquit from the Shaolin short strike, say that from top to the feet, all joint is spinning for attack, for offense and defense. Okay, so this is referred to when you are at this situation, at this fighting situations, your entire body has to working for defense and offense purpose. So it is belong to this spiral twisting naturally, follow the breathing and the directions of chi. So your body has to twist. And you know that Y2, Y5, Y7, Y8, Y22 is from Zhuang writing. And from here, of course, you can go into it more to decode it, to zoom in more. And as for here, I decode just for you on this from the top of the feet, from the top of the head to the feet, everything has to twerking for defense, for offense and defense while you're in this situation. That means you need to conditions your body. So when you do Xiu Lin Tao, you have to have that. And also, as what I said that this is from Mei, okay? Like a Y7, Y5, Y1, Y2, okay? Y8, Y22. So let's look at the Y7. Say pay attention to the finger crawl and the side under the sleeves. Okay. Now, and because this is, for example, this is the Shaolin sword strike, we link it to the sword strike of General Qi Ji Guang. You look at the sword strike of General Qi Ji Guang. This is just a norm, a standard 360 degree, a 360 degree attack from front, side, back. And you can expand it. You can see that when you do sword strike, you have this type of strike. And then you can see that, you say, well, Hendrik, you just nonsense, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is the Bong Sao, the Wing Chun Bong Sao. This is how to use the Bong Sao to breaking joint, to strike to the armpit and so forth. The combinations is written here by the General Qi Ji Guang. So everything here from this concrete in the paper, it is this, okay? You have the Shaolin sock strike, you have the Ermei, how to handle your body and so forth. And you have the Qi Ji Guang, right? So focus how, because you know all this thing, you know what is they really mean by focus, the intention union, the uh, awareness while standing equal shoulder stance. You know what is union in Dantian, do meridian sing, meaning your chi sing to Dantian. You know what is the arm way out, the horizontal chin, pay attention to the finger crawl, the under the sleeve, side under the sleeve. You know this while you're spiral twisting, it has to be natural for the breathing and the direction of the chi. Now you say, well, Hendrik, this is still talk. Well, let's get to the real thing. Action. So I make this YouTube a few days ago. The fundamental Kung Fu of Wing Chun 1850 passed down by Yit Kam. Okay. Stop the snake crane fish scam. Okay. Stop this bullshit. The re-engineering of snake crane fish. So let's match up. I explain you how this quid is if you see in the real life. So Y1 to Y5. Okay. Focus, intention, union, the awareness while standing equal to, so the stand union in the Tantian do meridian sings. If you be able to do it, this is what it is. Where the entire thing is here, so I cup here. So this is what Y1 to Y5. You see me quiet down right away. You can feel my mind, my body sway a little bit. Yeah, if you cannot hear what is in this video, it is this, go watch this YouTube in this at this page. I explain to you how it is. That is Y1 to Y5. So you need to call yourself back, focus your intention using awareness, or you evoke your mindfulness in the equal shoulder stand and union in the dantian, meaning your breathing, your chi, your meridians. That's how it looks like if you practice it. And at that time, physiologically, you quiet down, and scientifically, you can check it. You can check your breathing. Okay, your breathing. You know your heart rate going down, your breathing rate going down, your heart rate variability going high. If you be able to do that scientifically. So again, now watch this if you have not never watched this. Now, six, the arm wide out, the horizontal jing, pay attention to finger crawl and the side under the sleeve, spiral twisting naturally for the breathing and the directions of the chi. Again, from this YouTube, this is what it is. So it is not this, as what usually people do. It's not this. Okay? You see this? So it is this. Okay? Exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. So inhale, exhale. Okay. So you want to see a few things. Number one thing, it says spiral twisting naturally for the breathing and the direction of the chi. Look at my body when I do that. Isn't my body twisting, spinning, spiraling? My hand too. So with inhale, exhale, exhale. You see the entire thing spin? That's what it means by that. And then for pay attention to the finger claw and the side of the sleeve. If you look at it, my finger actually exerting strength. You look at my finger here. You look at how the finger, how the strength go out there, okay? So you can see how you want to see how from the feet, the entire thing spiral out and exerting to the fingertip. Oops, shoot. Just pay attention to how the thing spiral out and how the strength exert out. That is what it means by you pay attention, you're mindful, you direct the thing out. So, so okay. So go watch this, go watch this again. That is the 6, 7, 8. You just go and you get this out. And of course, there are a lot of details in here because you want to deal with the chi. I didn't put it out because I purposely not to share. Okay? Until you have the kung fu, then you know. Okay? So that's how it is. All this quit. Your xing qi to dan tian and your handling of your body and so forth. Now, so Wing Yong again, okay, point out his partner, Grandmaster Ku Choy Wah of Zhou family, demonstrating the Xiu Lin Tao. Let's look at it, okay? You see why Grandmaster Ku Choy Wah also from Zhou family, demonstrated the Zhou family Xiu Lim Tao, and has spread across Southeast Asia and China and recently promoted to Europe. Okay. So he said, however, I have never seen this individual complete the complete set claim to be inherit. I just share with you the details, okay? So again, about this, according to Ku Choy Wah, this person is the student. Say, I am not the disciple of, I am the disciple of this thing, a disciple of Chung Choy, whatever, okay? He learned about 2 years, all those lies, okay? That's why I say, please watch this if you want to know who am I. And this one, okay, the truth of Hermes Zhong teaching. Now let's look into analyze, since you guys know this already. You guys know all this creed. You guys know how it has to look like, how, what type of Kung Fu you want to develop, okay? And of course, as this I share with you, if you develop it, if you develop this thing, the Xiu Lim Tao, as what I mentioned to you, you can check yourself when you're standing, okay, on your breathing rate, on your heart rate, your breathing rate, your HRV, your how deep is your breathing, and so forth, okay, and your lung capacity, your VO2 max, your VO2 max, your maximum training zone, your heart rates. You can check all those things. And then, of course, as I already formulated out, you have three types of training in the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, 1850 Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao. And then, because of your attainment, all this, all this twisting out there, all the twisting out there, you can formulate it into today's or map it in today's this mobility stability continuum. That's how I know I can look at it and say, okay, this is what it is, right? You can map it right away, can map into sports science and everything. You need to develop the Kung Fu. That's why I mentioned here. You need to have whatever here at this stage, not lip service, okay? And of course, like this one, you can have map into the explosive power, speed, endurance, anaerobic, and then or the aerobic, or the nurture chi, heart rate variability, so forth. Now look at Ku Choy Wah. This is to do what I share. Just look it again. Look at it again. Well, you pay attention to his body first. Does he be able to do this 心气 to 丹田, which is referred to the Y1 and Y5, which can be tracked with the breathing analyzer? Well, obviously it can. Why? Because it locked up this lower part of body. You cannot breathe enough, which is I share here. You look at how the curve is a big curve. The instant I lock it up like a Ku Choy Wah, you see, my breathing is dead. My intra-abdominal pressure stuck. You cannot handle it anymore. Okay? You need to get scientific. The ancient and scientific. Look at it again. This is the proper 心气度丹田. The minute you lock it that way, your breathing gone. Look at his leg. You cannot breathe scientifically. Now look at his hand, his arm. He's just moving, waving his arm with a really discrete breaking, discontinued joint by joint, and only moving this arm. Look at it, isn't it? This part of the arm and all this break apart joint by joints. Sorry, it is not per instructions. It is not this. That is the instruction here. It tell you already. The arm wipe out the horizontal jing or force flow, meaning your strength exert to your finger. Pay attention to the finger crawl, the side under the sleeve. You have to pay attention, your yi, then it can go, shoot out. Spiral twisting naturally for the breathing and directions of the chi. It is that. That's what the 1850s Xiu Lim Tao is. What Ku Choy Wah did. Is there anything to do with 1850s Xiu Lim Tao from Yit Kam, from 1850s Wing Chun? Based on the breathing and based on all this manual of the body, handling of the body, will this type of hand breaking down discontinuity be able to get the strength, the jing, wipe out to the fingertip? Or is just playing the joints by joint like that? So you see it. They have no idea on what is in the quinquit. No idea how to handle their body. No idea how to handle their body. No idea how to breathe. Scientifically proven. Okay? So stop to this saying this kind of thing. Is Yikam Xiu Lim Tao Wing Chun Queen has a validated Yikam, this Grandmaster Ku Choy Wah, also from Cho family, spread into Southeast Asia and China and promote to Europe. What are you spread? Those are not what the Cho family is teaching. Those are not what the Yikam's teaching. You don't have that Kung Fu. You don't have the Wing Chun Kung Fu of Biuji where you have to exert your strength out. You don't have the Wing Chun Kung Fu of what? Wing Chun Kung Fu of sticking body short strike, because in the sticking body short strike, your body has to rotate, not standing there like that. Not standing rigid like that, just moving your arm. So when people get close like that, you cannot breathe. Your body is like a lock, a tree lock. You know you're gonna being take out right away by whoever grabber. Your hand, your strength cannot penetrate to the finger. You don't know how to use the strength. You don't have the BUG power of Wing Chun. At close distance, you need to have the BUG power of Wing Chun, like this, because you're dealing with them when you struggle, you actually are dealing with them in close. You want to use your strength to penetrate, to maybe striking his his head area, your throat, and so forth. So that show that he is not. He don't know. So all this gossip, talk, talk, talk. He never have the transmissions. In fact, he claimed that he is from my Qigong teaching. Come on, how come you don't even have the basic of breathing and all your body? Now about this Wing Yong guy who claimed that snake crane re-engineering. It's clear that the re-engineering of the snake crane into the three sets, okay, and then in contrast, Samgam and Lo Man Gong play key roles in re-engineering the three-set breaking individual model, and then train the assassins, which is Grandmaster Law didn't say that, okay? He said that. And he said that, oh yeah, yeah, it's rename the 1850s Wing Chun Xiu Lian Tao into this snake crane and this called Wing Chun, that not Wing Chun. Well, look at him. So Wen Yong is using Ku, try to distort whatever the real thing of 1850s Wing Chun Xiu Lian Tao and Yit Kam teaching and Cho family teaching. Look at him. What is he doing? The first thing, he cannot breathe either. You look at his body is stressed out. The second thing, the same thing, he's waving his hand and arms. That thing is dislocated with his body. He's just showing moving the thing, dislocate this body. Look at him. Can he breathe? Can his body in the close body grappling range, the entire torque according like in the concrete spiral twisting naturally? Follow the breathing and chi and pay attention to your finger and claw and wipe out the jing. Can he do that? Does he have jing going to the finger and the body going talking for short strike, close body contact like I do? Look at my the strength exert out to my finger. Does he capable to do that? Does the body rotate capable to fight close? Can. So here he say that it is clear that the re-engineering of the snake crane fish into the three-form set system occur in Fasan, while Yikam and Lima Mao are based in Guangxi. Furthermore, Red Boat Xiu Lin Tao, with 1850 Xiu Lin Tao, is not exclusive owned by Yikam. Other practitioners, including San Kam, Lo Man Gong, Wang Wapo, and Liang Yitai, also have learned it. Sure. So you have learned it. You break into the snake crane fish. You re-engineering auto stock all this thing. The question is, how come your body cannot breathe? Your body cannot talk, spiral. for close body fighting, how come your hand cannot exerting force drag it out to the finger? All those people you state name there, name there. 新監 which is 大花面監、羅敏公、黃華寶、梁儀泰. Show me. Did they say that? Or just Wing Yung's words? And Wing Yung no can do. Cannot even do the really basic of the 1850s Wing Chun. So again, you need to be able to do what I do there for the really basic. Why? Because at this close, your body has to rotate spiral, talking, as they say in the creed. The finger have to strike out because you don't have time. You are not throwing a punch like this. You are going to shoot him with a pressure point strike, like a snake stung at the opponent at close range. Okay? You don't have that weapons and the body to do the job. That's why if you pay attention to my hand, you pay attention to my hand, that is striking out. Okay? While the body spinning it, torque into it. So that is what the reality is. Okay? So stop to believing on nonsense. On you learn this stats, you have all these ideas, like all this Wing Yung talk about this, and then you present this to the Fat Sam Museum. You don't have anything to back you technically. You don't even know what is Wing Chun. You just mimic posture. Okay? So I present with you this whining thing and every details. Everything I'm saying here is important point. If you don't have it, you will not be like a judo black belt who well-trained judo black belt who can fight in the Olympic. You never is. You just a make-believe wannabe. And too bad this is just a wannabe. This is just wannabe and have a lot of claim. Now you're asking me, Hendrik, so if you learn the Wing Chun 1850, then you're going to good fight and everything? No. Go watch this YouTube. These are what you can expect if you have Wing Chun 1850 educations and training. Look at what happened in the real life. Okay? So it's like a judoka, you learn judo, really be able to do it, execute it. A Kyokushin be able to execute it. Nobody say who is the best fighter, the grandmaster, but they really have the skill. They develop the skill. Okay? So today I share all this thing with you with the process of the training and everything. Stop to believe in everybody's bullshit and saying that I'm the grandmaster. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Okay? And go watch this if you really seriously want to know about the 1850s Wing Chun and what is the problem uh, need to be understood. Okay, this one. Debunking, okay, this thing, this thing, this thing. Those are all technical stuff. I'm not talking nonsense, okay? You learn this, you at least have to be in the level of the black belt of judo who can fight in the Olympic or Kyokushin who can fight in the Kyokushin Open. If you don't have that skill developed and everything, completely forget about it. Okay? So this is what I like to share with you. I know it's a long YouTube, but it take me 40, how many years? 1976 this 2025 to get here to tell you this. You learn this, you don't have to, you cut short your time, okay? And also, as what I said, I share with you in the beginning, I study this, and when I read that tweet and do the searching or digging into the mother art and everything, the history, seeing so many people die and everything, it just feels really, really bad if we don't talk honestly. We don't really tell the world what is going on in Red Book 1850 when all the Wing Chun ancestor died, sacrificed for the people. We do not let the Wing Chuners who study Wing Chun today have a chance to really know what is Wing Chun. It's like, hey, I'm a judoka. Let's fight. Okay? Like in the competition, I'm fight. I mean the competition, not go fighting, violence. No. In the competition. I use my judo. You want to use your Wing Chun. You don't take about. Wing Chun is trained one way and you fight the other way. I say, what the heck you're talking about? You're short strike. It's supposed to be short strike. So this is what I like to share with you. And I live this in this world for with you all. So even 100 years later, people can find this YouTube and know what is going on.